There once was a squirrel and her name was Lil Red. She ate some bad peaches that went to her head. She stumbled and staggered home to her bed. And when she woke up in the morning, she said, "Let's listen. Lil Red, ooh, ooh, Lil Red, ooh, ooh. She goes where no other squirrels tread. Ooh, ooh, squirrel."
Hey y'all, hey. Can you hear me? I need to make sure y'all can hear me because I've been having trouble with my sound. Just let me know if you can hear me. Hey Kimberly, Mother of Rots, says something's happening. Did y'all see the intro? Okay, you can hear me. Y'all, I don't know what is up with my computer that every day when I get ready to do a live, it takes me over an hour to figure out how to get my microphone not to play my words back through my external or output whatchamacallit speakers. But finally figured it out. I hope the video played for y'all. Cash started barking like a crazy person. Of course he did, right when it was time to go live. Hey Bama, Laura, welcome, good to see you. Monica, Hermes. Let's see, Laura, Monica, Hermes, Bama, Kimberly, Mother of Rots, and we are late. Of course we're late. I'm always late. I couldn't get my stuff right. Who else have I missed this in here? And I don't know if it sent out the notification. I hope it did. Yes, Lil Red is usually late. Mama, I sure am. I need to work on that. We all know that's a problem for me. I was thinking we was, but sometimes my phone switched over. I must admit, I'm intrigued by the thumbnail. I have been listening to BX for the last, oh geez Louise, I don't know how long that video is. Let's see. Over almost 2.5 hours. Phew. No one knows because she is always popping off. Right. Let me finish saying I hate everyone in my chat, and I've got to run late Cash out because he's acting crazy. Did I catch up already? Laura Nelson, Hermes, hey. She's the first dog I've had in over 20 years with a tail. I forgot how crazy they are. She can clear a table. Son, let me tell you about Cash's tail. He can give you a black eye probably if you're sitting too low to the ground. Hey, Jennifer Jean, welcome. Not a fan of KJ, hey. S.C. Johnson, hi. No shade, Lil Red, none taken, Bama. His Garfield channel. This was, yes, of course. Y'all, I'm so sick of being called stupid. He won't talking to me, but in general, I think he don't mind calling people stupid. I ain't sending him no hate. I think he feels like he gets enough of that. But the way he treated Waxy was ugly, and I think that Radiant Brit did a video about it, and then he did a video called Radiant Brit is in love with me, and he has just been going off for 2 hours, I swear. Let's see. Also, I was trying to play my video or my song earlier. I was trying to get it so it would play the song that I've let me see. The song that Veronica did for me, and it will not let me play it for some reason. It says this track was not found. It may have been removed. I don't know where it could have went. It was my song. know where I went. I don't know where I put it. Let me see if it's in my playlist. Nope. Nope. I don't know, y'all. I'll have to get with her. I think maybe if someone shares you a video or a song and it's private, maybe it's only for a certain amount of time. I don't know. I had the worst time with SoundCloud and trying to figure out how that whole thing works. That I can just never figure it out. Let's see. Tracks, insights, stations, playlist. It's not on playlist. I don't think. Nope. Yeah, I don't know. If anybody has any kind of idea how that works. It won't let me hear the unless this is it. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna step away.
There once was a squirrel and
y'all
her
hear that?
name was Lil Red. She ate some bad peaches
y'all
that
hear
went
that?
to her head. She stumbled and staggered home to her bed. And when she woke up in the morning, she said, "Let's listen. Lil Red, ooh, ooh, Lil Red, ooh, ooh. She goes where no other squirrels tread. Ooh, ooh, Lil Red, ooh, ooh, Lil Red, ooh, ooh. She is the best squirrel, 'cause I said." She grew up as happy as any squirrel could. She lived in a cozy house all made of wood. And when she was bad, they'd tell her to be good. But only one thing helped her be understood. Let's listen. Lil Red, ooh, ooh, Lil Red, ooh, ooh. She goes where no other squirrels tread. Ooh, ooh, Lil Red, ooh, ooh, Lil Red, ooh, ooh. She is the best squirrel, 'cause I said. Well, she had squirrel friends and she had squirrel foes. When she first started, she sometimes would doze. But now she's the best squirrel with real cute squirrel toes. And if you want to know how the story goes, then listen. Lil Red, ooh, ooh, Lil Red, ooh, ooh. She goes where no other squirrels dare to tread. Ooh, ooh, Lil Red, ooh, ooh, Lil Red, ooh, ooh. She is the best squirrel, 'cause I said. Squirrel!
Hey y'all, back just in time. Let me stop that. Okay, if y'all hadn't heard it, that was the rest of the song that Lord, I started to say Charlotte, that Miss Veronica made for me. And Tom snuck up on me. I did not tell anyone I was about to go live because I scheduled this hours ago and I did not realize how late it was until just 7 o'clock. I'm sorry about that. If you haven't been privy to what's been going on with the community, bless your heart. Give me one more second. I gotta find my eyeglass cleaner cloth. Yes, y'all, I need to get my life together. I'm just not organized today. So last night I did a live, and then Aaron did a live. If anyone, I'm sure many of us that are here now were in Aaron's live, because I remember seeing you there. While we were in Aaron's live, Real came in and talked. We played the video on BX's channel. I don't remember which channel. But it was the video of Miss Waxy going in to talk, and he was super ugly to her. That made me mad. It made a bunch of people mad. Also, I think Radiant Brit yesterday did a video talking to him about the way he treats people and the way he tells his subscribers to go ahead and unsubscribe, or he don't need your dollar, whatever. And it was a whole discussion on him. Well, I've been down this rabbit hole pretty much since 5 o'clock, this video. If y'all haven't seen it, they both popped up in EKC's chat, right? If you hadn't seen it, you might want to go watch it. You might not. I am not going to be one of the people he claims to cancel him. I'm not going to say don't go watch his video, because I think you should maybe go watch this video or watch it somewhere. Find a way to watch it, because it's a whole lot of ridiculousness how much this grown man calls people stupid for having a difference of opinions. First of all, Waxy went from T-Spiracy's chat over to his chat because he was streaming T-Spiracy's stream and asking for her to go talk. Of course she's not going to leave a stream with 360 people in it and go talk in a stream that had 40 or 50, but some of her viewers went over when she ended to his stream, and he was ugly to Miss Waxy. He was ugly to her for not bringing screenshots. She's always said she doesn't know how to do a lot of stuff online. She's not very tech savvy, but also she literally just came over from a different channel because she liked him and she was a subscriber of him for a year. And she went over to tell him, that stream wasn't about you. We weren't just talking about you. But he was ugly to her. He called her stupid. He told her to shut up multiple times. Yes, y'all, if y'all hadn't heard this, can you imagine someone talking to Waxy like that? And then he'd laugh at her I was irritated, to say the least. I have no idea where my phone's at. Let me say hi to a few more people that came in while I was trying to get my life together over here. Sorry, y'all. Kimberly, I think I spoke to most of y'all. Laura, Monica, Hermes, S.C. Johnson, what's up? Kath, Christine, welcome, good to see you. Mingo Mish, what's up? I missed Aaron's live, was too sleepy, but watch replay. I fell asleep towards the end. I told everyone, I'm gonna mosey on over from my PC to my laptop, and y'all know what that means. If I move over to the laptop, I'm gonna be laying across the bed, and that means we will probably be dream streaming. We will be asleep shortly. Yep, that's what happens. But if I'm not running the show and it's not my stream, it's okay. It's okay to dream stream if I'm not the host, right? That is when it's acceptable. Also, if you're going to go over to Aaron's channel and watch that stream from last night, the live stream, also check out the one before it, the translator video. I don't know if you're a fan, but her translator videos are hilarious. And the one she did with Sam and Adam from, I don't know when, but it's the two guys. One of them, I believe Adam, is from Pathios. And they interviewed Katie one Friday morning, This is the video where the guy says, "Oh no, 4 people," because she said, "And I'm getting hacked right now. 1, 2, 3, 4 people as we sit here," and he said, "Call the FBI, call Mari," and she says, "I have." She didn't catch. I don't think that he was completely making fun of her, but it was hilarious. If you haven't caught it, if you hadn't seen that interview, the whole interview is still up on. I can't remember the name of the. Hold on, I'll tell you the name of the guys. It was so funny. We could actually watch parts of it if y'all'd like to see some people making fun of Katie. That would be amazing. But I want to tell you the name of. And I went to her channel today. I didn't see where she'd done anything other than the regular old let's talk about the Duggars. Let's see. These people's name, where she went. Let me see if it's in the title. Oh, I don't see it. It was Adam and what are their names? Man, it was so funny. Let me see if I can.
Yeah,
It doesn't show me the name of the whole.
Boom in the drive-in movie theater.
How you doing?
Hi, is that better?
Oh
my
awesome.
God, Katie, that is so much better.
Sorry about the volume. It's loud.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. I appreciate it.
That was a very good interview, y'all. If you hadn't seen it, you should go check it out. Okay, Kath, hey, Monica and SC, they both popped up in EKCs. Yes, and I have people saying, tell him to unblock your mods. I can't do that, y'all. I can't tell him to unblock my mods in another chat. But also at the same time, if he had y'all blocked, maybe he couldn't see y'all too. When people see his name, they automatically get upset, defensive, come at him. Last night I was kind of trying to be defensive for him, as in give him the benefit of the doubt right now, because he hasn't really started being what we expect him to be last night. And I think he went on, he went up and he brought up Slow Roast plus Superman Story. Do you want to watch that one, Laura? I forget what the Superman Story was, so we could totally watch that if y'all wanted to watch it. I love Aaron's translation videos, actually. But it was the Superman Story in that video, because when she mentioned it last night, it has slipped my mind. But that doesn't mean I haven't seen it recently. It just means it doesn't take much to slip my mind. Monica said that's terrible. Waxy is precious. He should be ashamed of himself. I agree with you. He would not let her finish the sentence. It was terrible. And I fell asleep when that stream happened live that she went on of his. It was after T-Spiracies ended, and I had taken I had 2 melatonin chews, and I had been up. I woke up at 11 p.m. that night. I listened to some of T's, and I was like, I could not fall asleep. So just as soon as I took the melatonin chews, wouldn't you know, I fell asleep right after. He was being kind of condescending to Waxy, because he was like, I dropped the link twice. I've already dropped it. You just basically don't want to come in here. But if you go to a live, like if you show up here now and we'd been on for an hour, you're not going to be able to rewind in the chat, but so far. It's just not going to let you go but a few minutes. I agree, Monica. I don't even know what video to play. Will almost put you to sleep. Will got on a different subject altogether last night. Very rude. I don't know who you're talking about, SC. If if you're talking about BX, he was absolutely rude. I was kind of, I'm not going to say shocked, because BX did mention the one thing he always mentions when he did get the link in her chat. However, he was respectful, and he feels some type of way. Your perception is your reality, I suppose. I've said that before. So he has feelings that, everything revolves around stuff, I guess, and that's his perception. So I was glad that when he did get a link, he was respectful to Erin. And I am in awe of Erin. I think she's amazing that she can have that channel with 300 people in a chat, and I believe she had 2 moderators. She has good moderators. There were 2, but they're good moderators. And I could probably get away with 2 mods some nights here. We don't have a whole lot of trolling going on here, but sometimes I need my 20 mods. It was the guy that didn't believe her. He started to tell her about his work colleagues. She didn't click. I just found it funny. Yes, I wished I had the whole ass link to that video, and I thought she put it in here. Let me see. She probably did. It's called Laughing in Disbelief. And what do y'all think about
slave
watching?
labor for him?
I see what you did there.
I have to tell you,
These guys are pretty funny.
I'm in the middle
I
of.
don't know about in general if they're funny. Hey, Lisa Sims. But this was a good interview. The Sam Slade on the right, I'm a fan. Just because he didn't seem to be a fan of... If you didn't see this video, he kind of gave Katie hell, and I don't know if she was just dumb about, what's the word, they were making fun, and at some parts, and I don't even think she got it. Like, it was the guy that didn't believe her. He started to tell her about his work. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna try to fast forward a little bit through this. Let me, before my mods yell at me, I'm gonna go get my membership link, because I keep it handy dandy close by, for people who are on their iPhone. And there's my link in the chat for members, or for memberships if you'd like. You missed the first part of what, Jane? We're fixing to watch the Friday Morning with Andy and Sam featuring Krusty. I gotta go. I'll try to come back, otherwise I'll watch later. Thank you for coming. Red, are you on members only? Am I still on member? Oops, has it been 30 minutes? It's been long enough. I was supposed to be for 30 minutes. I forgot to mention that, but I'm going to open her up now before I forget. Thank you for reminding me. So now we're open to everyone. Yes, I did a members only for the first few minutes of this, but since I made y'all wait 30 minutes late, thank you for reminding me. Hey, Miss Cassandra, you're free. You broke free. I'm sorry. I don't think I went past 30, so we're good. I actually forgot about that. So she tries to stay neutral. She does. Erin's great about that. She really is. And even if people get upset, she said last night, if you don't like what I'm fixing to do, please be respectful. Because there were people in the chat saying, don't give him a link, don't give so-and-so a link. But Erin's very fair. It was, and it was a good chat. I fell asleep. I don't know if it ended badly. I don't know about it. I hadn't heard about it. But what I heard was great. My link never works for membership. If you go into every video I do now, and under the title, it tells my actual. Give me 1 second. I gotta add something. It tells my membership link. And it just said she's going live. Okay, I don't know who's going live, but let's not announce it here unless it's me. I love y'all though. Hey Colleen. Hey Liz. Hey Miss Fiera. Hey Kelly. Hey Heather. Oh, I'm missing people. Hey Diane, good to see you. Wolfie, what's up? I heard calling our creators and I come running. Hey Tamara. Yes, that's another thing. Hey Maya Goodness, welcome back. It's been a minute. Aaron O'Kelly, hey. Really Care, welcome. I'm so ready for a group of creators to come together and do a big old mass stream against bullying or whatever. Even if Meet's not big enough and we have to use Zoom, it is possible to do, y'all. And it's a way to come together. I don't know if anyone else is interested. This is the third time I've mentioned it. No one's reached out so far, but I think it would be a good idea because I share a lot of subscribers with Aaron and Charlotte and a bunch of other people. And I think it would be a way to introduce my subscribers to the channels that they don't watch and vice versa. And not even like to introduce you to other creators, but just to show support for creators who are going through some stuff, like Charlotte. And it can be streamed wherever. Mass stream it. Stream it on other channels. Stream it on your own channel. I don't know what all that would entail, if it would just be too difficult, but I'm up for it. If somebody would like to reach out to me and start to figure out how to make that work, I think it would be cool. I understand why you and other creators do it. Hi Little Red. Hey Kelly. I'm trying to scroll down. Colleen, not a lot. I didn't start till 7:30 almost because, tech issues, volume issues. Hey Sherry's Landscaping. Your stomach decided to root this bad side. I'm sorry. I hope you feel better. KJ is live on IG. Really? Maybe I should be recording that. I don't know why I'm not. I actually don't have my phone on me. Does she seem to be having a good time? Wait, hold up. I've got to go look. But that requires me to switch accounts. Dang it. Give me 1 second. Oh, it didn't do it. Yes, it did. Is she live on IG? Because I'm not seeing that. Yeah, I don't see it. Just fighting off going to the hospital for bad swelling. I'm a nurse, so I'll probably die at home. Yes, nurses are the very worst patients. Hey, Susan E. Hey, D. You like that idea, Hermes? I think it would be a great idea. I think it'd be a good idea to show support for T-Spiracy and Charlotte and anyone else who's gotten targeted. I'm down to be on panel, but I wouldn't know how to start gathering people. Well, we just spread the word, y'all. That's all. Oh, meat is big enough. My kids' PE class have 49 people in it during this. Are you sure? Because I don't know about meat having that many people. I know that Zoom can. I use meat, and I don't think it allows for that many. I could be wrong. It's happened once before that I was wrong. I'm just kidding. I just got noticed that she was alive. I didn't go look. Yeah, I don't. She must not have lasted long. Okay, I'm going to hit play. We're going to listen to a little bit of this, and I'm going to run in there. She is talking about the ranch that Dr. Phil sends kids to. Why wouldn't it show me? Oh, wait. I see an IG. Dr. Phil must be held accountable, but it's not live. It's a clickbait, whatever you call it. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I can't help it. Okay, I'm going to hit play. I'm going to ring at my phone while it's playing. It's at 5:52. I'll be right back.
This very tough minor league baseball career on PlayStation.
Are you crushing it?
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm doing all right, but every time I feel like I figured it out, I play a game against Tara, and she comes in and puts me to shame. And last night, the Boston Red Sox defeated my beloved Chicago Cubs, lost to your Boston Red Sox 6-3. And that last run, the third run, was like in the bottom of the ninth. Just let's not embarrass ourselves, guys. Drive one in. So every time I feel like, hey, I'm finally achieving my dreams of athletic greatness in America, here comes this beautiful Native American woman to remind me what the white man did to this country and to repay me for all of the Irish sins that we committed.
So you're just a colonizer.
I'm just a colonizer, Andy. Thank you. Tara just looked at me and said she could have said it better herself.
Very good. I'm going to say hello to some people out there in the chat. Hello, Wooden Eagle.
Okay, I'm just going to go ahead. Did he say hello with an eagle? I'm just going to go ahead and tell y'all that Cash is going to be extra tonight because he just made me let him outside. I think it would be great. The first time I've heard this, can you DM creators as a group? I mean, the ones I have DM availability with, I guess. Hey, Brenda Lee. Like, when I searched, I didn't see it, but when I clicked on her profile, it shows she's live. When I click on her profile, it shows that she's got new stories I haven't seen, but it doesn't have the play button. I didn't know she had 2 IG channels. And she got that Katie Joy. What's her other one? Nope, I don't see, but nope, I don't see anything else. And hey, Brenda Lee, by the way, if you search for her channel, it doesn't show as live. Colleen, it was warm and beautiful here today. It absolutely was. Are we talking about her IG or her? Hold on. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. But if she's live on IG, you can't pause or fast forward or rewind anyway, so maybe someone's recording it. Watching for shortness of breath get worse. I'm having 3-day flare of a few conditions I hate. I'm sorry, Diane. Hey, Spicy Pizza, how are you? Okay, I'm gonna get back to this video. Hey, Sassy Elmo. I'm gonna hit play, and then I'm going to fast forward until she gets there. Without a crystal ball, she's talking about a bad boarding school, perhaps the one Paris Hilton went to. Maybe she's got that account signed in with blocked from seeing her lives. I don't know, it's weird. Hey, DK. Hey, Mom of 3. Hey, Crystal Gale. Okay, this isn't Erin's video. This is actually the video we watched on Erin's channel last night. But I'm going to get to the part where she's there because she is so funny. She thinks she's a journalist. Let's listen.
How you doing, Katie?
Whew, I'm good. Sorry. Oh. Good. How are you guys?
I'm getting some weird sounds. Do you hear weird sounds, Sam?
Yeah,
I hear
we're
myself.
using the headphones. I think it's us coming through.
We are coming through your speakers.
Really? I've never heard that before.
I swear to my fictitious god, I'm not making this up.
She's never heard that before, ever. Come on now.
And now that I hear my own voice, I'm personally disgusted by this.
I don't
Yeah,
have
I'm usually
headphones.
disgusted by your voice
I don't
either.
normally wear headphones
Okay.
when I do these.
Well, there is definitely that rate. Now, Sam, you used to work in radio.
Mm-hmm.
There would be the time where the person calls into the radio station.
Turn the radio down.
Are you watching the stream? Like, do you have the audio on, like, for the stream? Like, is that why you hear my voice?
I have to tell you, this is the third time I've streamed. We haven't had this problem before.
She just asked a radio guy, did he have his... Let's listen.
Do you have a pair of like earbuds or AirPods or something handy?
I've never done. Hold on, you guys.
Okay, yeah, take your time. So Sam and I will
Oh,
just
look at
talk.
that guy.
That's a cute dog.
Cute dog.
Yeah.
Adorable dog. Well, this is going great.
She said I've never
this
had to
is-
do that, but... Hold on, you guys. Guys. She is really care.
It's live entertainment. That's what this is, Sam.
That's why you're a professional, Andrew Hall. You are not going to let a little thing. I got to tell you, before I forget, I've been meaning to tell you this for weeks. We have slipped into some weird, like, Tourette's catchphrase thing around here. Tara and
Tell
I
me. Yeah.
well, no, I guess I might have done it on Jackson. I think I did it on here with you, where I just Tourette's 80s movie quotes lately. But one that the girlfriend and I have been doing lately is the old Bill O'Reilly, fuck it, let's do it live. Fuck it, we'll do it live. You remember that?
Right. Clap.
Damn straight now.
No, I think that they're medical professionals.
Okay, it says I don't know. I got to get off the chat. I'm going to go nuts trying to read a chat room conversation.
Right.
To the point,
She's looking headphones, I
Right.
guess. Y'all.
or I'm sorry, then he needed to sit through.
Right.
Let's hear what her
I'm-
excuse
Oh,
is.
from the chat. He says he has one of his parents is Scottish, and I was wondering where they're from in Scotland.
Um,
But
Well-
he will answer us at some point.
And of course, I've got to go let chat cash in. I'll be right back, y'all. Listen.
do you think that this will
Oh, Katie's back.
will this lead to a boom in the drive-in
Hey,
movie
Katie.
theater?
How you doing?
Hi, is that better?
Oh,
Oh
that's
my
awesome.
God, Katie, that is so much better. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay.
You know, so I was just talking about and saying about those wonderful things about you before you came on about how you should have like some kind of advanced degree in reality show studies.
Oh my gosh, you know.
And then I was thinking, we talked less than a year ago, Katie.
Yeah.
What the hell happened between now and then? Because it seems like a decade.
I thought we talked. Didn't we talk? It was less than a year ago.
It was June 2019 because I was looking at the clip.
You are kidding me.
I
So, was it her earbuds? Was it her all along and she won't admit it? She came back exhausted and I missed it. She was running, hush Cash, she was running through the house looking some earbuds and she probably had to take her kids' earbuds away from him. The ones that she makes him listen with so she doesn't have to hear him around her. When was this? This was from May. Almost a year ago.
Right.
Do you think that this will
Oh, Katie's back.
will this lead to a boom in the drive-in
Hey,
movie
Katie.
theater?
How you doing?
Hi, is that better?
Oh,
Oh
that's
my
awesome.
God, Katie, that is so much better. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay.
You know, so I was
She's
just talking
not
about and saying
happy.
about those wonderful things about you before you came on about how you should have like some kind of advanced degree in reality show studies.
Oh my gosh, you know.
And then I was thinking, we talked less than a year ago, Katie.
Yeah.
What the hell happened between now and then? Because it seems like a decade.
I thought we talked. Didn't we talk? It was less than a year ago.
It was June 2019 because I was looking at the clip.
She has to correct something every time someone speaks. She has to correct them. You ain't seen nothing yet. They roast her ass. The dude on the right. Let's watch.
You are kidding me.
I shit you not.
No.
It was 2019 June, and I was at my old place because I moved in with my girlfriend. We both moved just at the beginning of the COVID-19 crisis. We moved because it was already set up, so I'm in my new digs. And, you know, I mean, it was like a whole nother world back then.
No way. I feel like but I talked to you on Instagram and on Twitter.
We do talk to each other on Instagram and Twitter, but I feel like between like June last year and now, there's been.
You're right. She's not out of breath, holding her chest. Wasn't that when she gave herself a messed up haircut? Are you talking about when she shaved the side? Did she didn't do that to herself, did she? Jane, when I heard herself say that, I just laughed in disbelief. She truly thinks she's on CBS level. She did kind of do that in this video. I can't wait for y'all to hear this.
Like a sea change with your YouTube channel, and I mean, you're doing basically the same thing. You know, I'm getting ahead of myself. First of all, for those other people who aren't acquainted with you and your work, how would you describe what you do?
I am a blogger. You know me because we met when we were working together at Pathios.
Yep.
And you, Jack, and Suzanne were like my buddies, my mentors. You're still, all of you are still my friends. I still love you guys so much.
She's a liar. You are my buddies, my friends. I don't have any friends.
He meant to, but yeah, we all met at Pathios where I was, doing a lot of stuff about, what was I doing back then?
You were exposing homeopaths.
Yeah, homeopathic
and
stuff. Yes, homeopathic stuff. So like people that were telling kids to drink turpentine and bleach, and you know, people that
Enough
were
about the president, though, right?
Oh my God, I know, I saw that. I was like, what the hell? People that were like burning their body parts off with that like black salve. Yeah. And then doing some stuff with the anti-vax stuff with the various players in that industry sort of pushing their misinformation. And gosh, I did stuff with birth. Like,
I feel like the guy on the right is like, he probably did a little bit of backstory looking into her and he was not impressed. It looks like he's working with some squirrel. Little Red level of attention deficit issues.
All the crazy birth stuff.
Yeah.
And then
the crazy birth stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like the ladies that are like, I don't need help with anything.
Horrible.
Yeah. And then I sort of like, I don't know. YouTube sort of took me in a different direction. Not that I still am not passionate about those topics. Like I still really don't like that, but I feel like these platforms are getting so much better about policing that kind of information.
Yeah.
Facebook put a huge crackdown due to so many outlets like me and NBC and, you know, HEMIT and all of these media outlets basically like screaming at these platforms saying, why are you allowing these on your platform?
We're screaming, why are you allowing this on your platform? The birthing, I don't need help. She's talking about when she said, when her little group of buddies, hey Nana Kimber, sent the police to do a welfare check on a lady who was trying to have a home birth. And she was proud of herself. She felt like she saved a child's life when in reality she annoyed someone. Let's listen.
So YouTube cracked down, Facebook cracked down, Twitter cracked down, which was awesome. Like, and you get disclaimers now on YouTube when there's misinformation, you know. And so when that happened, unfortunately, the algorithm kicked me in the butt because even if you did things that were debunking it, they would flag you.
Which is insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I had always had this, you know.
So she just gave herself credit for some huge change in YouTube. I agree, Laura. I don't think Sam is at all impressed. I'm impressed with him before the end of this video, though. Let's listen.
I feel like Dale, our former editor, he would always say, like, you are kind of like a salad, like a mixed salad. Like, you don't really have a I don't even know, like, you're not
She's
one
an
thing.
idiot.
You
Yeah.
don't
Hey,
blog
Danes.
about one thing. You kind of just blog about whatever you want to talk about.
Right. And you do it intelligently. I was just looking at some of your older videos, and some of your newer videos too. But there are, like, you sprinkle in skepticism in there.
Yeah.
And stuff that people should know, but they typically don't. Like lie detector test. There was something about a lie detector test, and
Oh,
you're like,
yes.
those things don't work. They're not allowed in a court.
Yeah.
Of law. They don't work.
No, there's, oh my gosh, all the studies about lie detector tests are crazy. Like, they're just so inaccurate. And they can be manipulated so easily. And they have never been able to scientifically determine that voice changes or that reaction.
I bet she could pass a lie detector. I believe that lie detector tests can be accurate if you're not a sociopath. She can't even say genre. I missed that. How did you say it? I missed it. Yours sounds better than mine. Just pizza and salad here. Are y'all talking about food? I already have my ice cream for the day. Can you just see her on a lie detector test? She could probably pass it because I think she believes her lies. I lie, call parole officers, dox people, pay for children's medical records, report on SD investigation from Kennedy, dig into Tati and her family, and avoid my family for wine. Let's listen.
Indicate that someone's lying.
Yes.
Because a pathological liar can lie and not even look like they're lying.
Completely. Because if you feel, there's that old Seinfeld joke, right? When George says to Jerry, if you believe a lie, you're not really lying. So a sociopath who has a mastery over their own physiological responses, it's not going to show up in a lie detector test.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Erin says that she's been working with the anti-vax movement for 3 years and Facebook hasn't done anything. Well, I'm not saying that like they've done better at cracking down. Of course, it's still an issue. I'm not claiming that it's better. You know what I mean? I'm not.
She did claim it was better though, until Erin McC said, "No, it's not, ma'am." And she said, "I've been covering the anti-vax movement for over 3 years. I worked with CNN to stop anti-vaxxers from harassing grieving parents." And is that our beloved Erin there in the chat, y'all? Let's listen.
Claiming that
Right.
this has somehow disappeared.
Katie, Katie, it's okay. Erin's a liar.
Oh, I don't know. Like, I'm not making any sort of claims like it's like 100% better. It's just you get really exhausted of fighting irrational beliefs and like ones that are rooted in misinformation. And you get to a point where it's like, no matter what you say, they're not going to believe you. And, sometimes you just have like, I have to move on. I have to do something different. I have to cover other things. And I've always had a passion for, like I've always had guilty pleasures of reality television.
Sure.
And then also just any sort of abuse or...
She's had guilty pleasures of abuse. Yes, that is our Erin in her chat. And she's had guilty pleasures. What was it she said? That she can find herself reading the most horrific stories of child harm, abuse, just stuff that would trigger other people and just tear their nerves out to hell pieces. And she finds herself numb to it and very non-feeling about it. But she's an empath, y'all. Too bad she didn't move on from the Toddy story, right? True that. Let's listen.
violence or, people that are assaulted, sexual assault, that kind of stuff. And it actually kind of happened by accident. I started covering some of the teen moms because they were arrested or they were in the news for losing their children. And it just sort of sent me into this rabbit hole of all of these really problematic things that happen on reality television. And you just sort of...
So I'm going to ask you a loaded question.
Yeah.
Hey, can I just chime in with one thing, Andy? I just want to point out that I used to run into Farrah Abraham a lot at the strip club here in Austin.
Oh, did you?
Go ahead, Andy. I'm sorry. That's a teen mom.
Oh, I'm acquainted with some of Miss Abrams' work.
Okay. What?
She can't stop watching the chat, and they're in I'm in the top chat, but they're in Andy and Sam's stream, but she can't quit reading their chat. She's looking for the hate, y'all, in my opinion.
We're going to have to see 2 hands, sir. 2 hands at all time during the broadcast. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Very good. Interesting thing about Teen Mom, and I heard this on the Freakonomics podcast, actually, is that, and you probably already know this, Katie, is that where the areas, the communities where Teen Mom is broadcasted, there are actually low rates of teen pregnancy.
Well, I think initially, I mean, I have no idea. Like, I think initially the show had the momentum to bring to light, the realities of teen mothers and helped people see I feel like when it all launched 10 years ago, it was very different than what we're seeing today.
Okay.
And I feel like the show has changed a lot. Again, these are my opinions.
Sure.
So I think when it all started, it came from this place of we're going to help people realize the challenges of raising children when you're still a child yourself, and we're going to talk about,
not most of them, but some of those teen moms. Let me shut up. I'm not going to talk about her parenting skills or lack thereof. But some of those teen moms have their kids around them. Oh, Lord. No. I'll shut up.
Birth control, and we're going to plant all these PSAs about knowing about birth control and know your options, and all of that. And I think at one point it did bring down teen pregnancy, but I wouldn't just say that you can say it was just Teen Mom.
Sure.
I think, we've had better education in schools. We've had better access to birth control for kids. We've had less abstinent-only education. So is it the Teen Mom part of it? Sure, but I'm sure other parts of it are what's going on in education and with the government. You know what I mean?
So what you're saying, or what I'm hearing at least, and tell me if I'm wrong, is that the show has veered into more of gratuitous entertainment. Is that?
I think what's happened, and this is what I get.
She's trying to be so serious, and they could care less about this, in my opinion. I agree she hates Christians. She absolutely makes them feel bad or tries to make them feel less than. Jane White said, wonder what she's saying about James Charles now. Tati's by sister video doesn't sound so far off now. That's why she went after Tati so hard in the first place. I wonder, and I didn't see, and I did look, I haven't seen her do anything on that last 48 hours. I know she's dying to. I don't know if it's something that she just can't, because the judge said, shut your mouth, girlfriend. But don't you know that she is like gnawing her finger nubs to the next nub, to the next knuckle, wishing she could report on Toddy and James and all of that jazz?
From when I cover the show is that a lot of the people that watch it will say that the girls used to be like endearing and sweet, and it used to be this watching the struggles of a girl trying to raise a child. And over the years, these girls have become rich, and you've lost that reality. So that teen mothers who once identified with them can't, because they're like, well, I can't go to Hawaii or Costa Rica or this or that. I don't have an $800,000 home. I'm not on TV talking about how famous I am. I'm not worried about this or that related to.
And now Katie's jealous because they do have $800,000 homes, and they are making $500,000 a year, and she just wants to send Amber back to prison. Her Twitter is all over James Charles. Joanne read it today. I'll have to go look. I have to look from incognito because, I'm blocked. Nana, my ex-boyfriend used to stalk me, but he moved. I'll send you some positive thoughts. Yes, please do. Nana, Kimber, if you're dealing with that, I'm so sorry. Been there, done that. Didn't buy the t-shirt. It sucks. Let's listen. You stay safe, Nana.
They've made a lot of money, and listen, like, get it. Like, I'm all about, like, go get it. Go get your cheddar. Like, make your money. But at the same time, like, I feel like you can't expect, like, I feel like audiences are very intelligent, and I feel like
especially the MTV audience.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that was sarcastic.
I feel that way too.
Right. So, oh, hi, Unirach. There's Rach in there. She's one of my friends.
Look,
And so is her.
Unirach's girlfriend showed up, thinking maybe she could get him a view, an extra person. I'm gonna show y'all real quick because, you know, I bought Cash a $10, $15 bone today, and he loves it. Cash. I'm gonna show y'all. Cash. 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 Hey. You see that bone, y'all? It's got meat on it. He loves it. You gotta just excuse me. I have no makeup on, and I'm not interested in my phone ringing. I'll turn it off. Okay, I want y'all to see his bone because he is out. Right? He's not paying me no mind. And let's listen.
He's one of your peoples.
Yeah, I love Rachel.
I just have to say, I can relate to, and I know exactly what Katie's talking about, because when I think about what's happened to the women on Teen Mom over the years and the way the show has changed since the way it was when it started, because I remember when it started, you know, it was guilty pleasure television for everybody, but the way these women have sold out over the years, I put it right up there next to when Paul McCartney did that song with Michael Jackson in '83.
That's a fascinating. Yeah, I was thinking actually that it sounds like it went into a WWE kind of world where.
Yeah, it really did.
Does Katie look frustrated because she doesn't know what they're talking about, or because it's not all about her? Jane said, Erin, she's titled it by sister because James calls all his subscribers sisters, and she was saying goodbye to him, and also she was thinking everyone else would be too, which they did at first. Yeah, I'm glad that you answered that because I would have said it wrong, but there was a point to that title. Red, we got to get together. I'm not too far from you. Yes, Nana. Hit me up in my DMs. I need a little mini vacay. Liz says she doesn't even know what they're talking about. I agree. I think, hey, Kano, I think she's kind of lost. I bought Cash a bone yesterday, one of those white bones that they suck on and it comes unraveled like a rope and gets gooey. That bone right there had real pieces of meat on it, and the last one I bought him was way bigger, and he's had it for over a year, and it's all white now, but he can't do anything with it. This bone will last him. He's loving his mama. I also saw my grandbaby today, and I took video and pictures. If y'all will remind me, I will share with y'all in a little bit.
And I feel like back in the day, early footage of the show was very much not.
Sam is so disinterested
today.
Look.
I feel like the problem we're seeing a lot with reality television now is so much manipulation and interference by production to create scenes and to create drama that people don't really even buy what it is that you're watching. And, you know, then you have bloggers or media that can poke holes in everything that they're putting out there and saying, well, that was scripted, or that was faked, or this was faked. And I feel like, if you remember way back when The Real World debuted, remember how...
I totally remember that, yeah.
Remember how raw that was? There was
very raw.
Nothing scripted. I mean, even if you think about the very first reality shows, like the Osbournes, or Jessica and Nick, the Newlyweds.
Yep.
Like,
Hey, they got married in Austin.
Yeah, and none of that was really scripted. That was very just like, you saw Jessica acting a fool and she didn't even care. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And you saw Ozzy practically passed out from being so intoxicated fighting with a remote. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't faked. But now
Ozzy Osbourne does drugs.
Yeah. But today it's sort of ping pong together.
Sam is so bored. He's like, who is this woman you've got on our channel? What the hell? I was looking at Twitter earlier. I saw the pic. She is a cutie. Those baby cheeks. Wait till you see the little video. Oh my gosh. Let's listen.
Where that storylines in real life sort of, they're blurred.
Sure. And they're intentionally blurred. So in order to get clicks and to sell merchandise and to get viewers.
Right. And what Cutie But Saying Clark said is Teen Mom should be about struggles being a young mom. Now they definitely have no struggles. And that's the thing, is that these girls are, I think there's still some things that you see, because if you look at the statistics of people that have children while they're young, there's a higher likelihood that they'll have another child while they're still young, which we've seen. There's a higher likelihood that there will be, incidences of domestic violence and of divorces and of, substance abuse, incarceration.
Okay, y'all. Someone asked me, is this bone made of... This is gross. I'm going to touch it. This is an actual bone. Gross. And y'all see, he is not thrilled that I took his bone. It's very heavy. It's got real meat on it. The one I usually give them that are cheaper, they are possibly made of rawhide, but they get really slimy. And there's meat on that one. It's gross. Ugh. He loves that bone. It'll last him forever. He does love that thing. Cash. He is all about it, y'all. He ain't studying me. Alrighty. Let's get back to the video. And thank you. I don't know where I got this shirt. Someone gave it to me. It was a hand-me-down. My favorite clothes are usually hand-me-downs. Let's listen.
Of parents.
Oh, yeah.
And that, that all comes from, I feel like I found that at the Department of something. Child Welfare, I think, has stuff about it, because there's a reason why they want to reduce teen pregnancy. And it's not just because we don't want teens raising teens, but they've done enough studies to show that, there's so many challenges of the immature, underdeveloped brain.
Right. And, Katie, we're both parents, and Sam is immature, so he can understand this from, the other side of the equation. The parenting is really hard. I wasn't a parent until my 30s, and even then, I didn't really think I was equipped.
Correct. Yeah.
And I had been married for a period of time, too, before having children. And even then, it was just a different world.
Yeah, very much so. And it's not to say that there's not, I feel like anytime I make these kinds of statements, there'll be that one teen mom in the audience that will be like, but that didn't happen to me. You know what I mean? And so I feel like it doesn't happen to everyone, right?
No, of course not. And you know what? This is.
Okay, and Andy, someone asked who's the Andy guy. That's someone that worked with her and Suzanne at Pathos. Sam is a radio guy. I'm not sure how. I don't think Sam worked at Pathos, but he is not a fan. Danes, what kind of bones are good for dogs? I thought bones were good. That's always been the goal of life. It came from the pet store, so. He loves it. I don't know. The last one I bought him, he's had for a year, and he still gnaws on it and can't do anything good. Let's listen.
This is where the skepticism comes in too, right?
Yeah.
It's about, yes, there's always going to be anecdotal cases.
Correct.
Where this person does exceptionally well, or having a child at 18 really turned this person's life around. But overall, when you look at the numbers, it predisposes people towards a whole host of horrible things happening to them.
Unfortunately.
Do you guys remember when Puck put his fingers in Pedro's peanut butter? And
oh my God!
Like, that's it. We're gonna have to vote him out of the house. This is bullshit, Puck.
Oh my God! I haven't thought about Puck and that incident for decades, Sam.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Oh, do you remember when Dave pulled the blanket off that chick in the hallway and got voted off?
That I don't remember.
Remember, he's in Half Baked. He's the guy who's like,
Half-Baked.
Jake for weed. No, he was the real comic. He was on Real World.
Oh.
And then Chappelle was friends with him, and he put him in Half Baked.
This is the problem with putting comedians on reality shows. I think it's just gonna make things crazy.
And see, the funny thing is in today's day and age, Puck would have never been kicked off. You know what
Never.
I mean? They would have kept him on there because he is great. He brought in ratings.
Well, Katie,
I love how she talks with her hands. I do the same thing. Don't get me wrong. The feed bag gave Dom a good bone when I took him out. I don't know. He loves those. He loves that bone. I don't know. Let's listen.
The difference was because MTV was still concerned with the general well-being of the people involved in the production, as opposed to now, where it's psychological torture and you signed up for the shit. Sorry.
Yeah, and that's sort of where I'm at now as someone covering this, right? So you get to a point where these girls have made a lot of money and MTV has made them rich, and it's kind of like the Mama June effect, right? Like, these people can make bad choices.
Did she just say the Mama June effect? Did she make up a new term? The Nyla bones, he gets they last 15 minutes here. So the Andy guy does our parody. I don't know. No, Sam is the one that's just had it up to here with her, in my opinion. Let's listen. KJ does not sound professional at all. Yes, she sure does. Little Red, that's the kind I give my fur babies, but much smaller. They love chicken feet. Well, y'all, Cash, anything I give him, he eats. Oh my goodness. So I can go to Food Line or PetSmart and get these bones. Sometimes they're even bigger. That's a small one. Sometimes they're like a foot and a half long. They're real bones with real meat on them that look like they've been barbecued. But they don't splinter. He loves them. Hadn't killed them yet. They also like cow noses cooked the same way. He would annihilate a chicken foot. He'd swallow it whole. I'm not even lying. Little Red, I agree with her about NTV making them rich. Some of the teen moms use their platforms to create their own companies because they know MTV won't. I agree, Sassy, and most of them just are clueless and think that cash cow is going to last forever. Hey, Amy Austin, thank you for your comments on my video. I love you. I remember. I appreciate you.
Voices and still make a ton of money.
Yeah.
Because nobody can turn away from a train wreck. And unfortunately, what I see when I look at it from more of a critical lens is I think about the people like the children or the people that are on the other side of if it's abuse or whatever that are
She's
like
worried
the
about
victims
some
of it.
children,
And what
y'all.
does it feel like for an abuser to be able to make so much money pushing a narrative that's not has no truth or to reality?
And you don't only mean the pathetic fat guys getting played by the Russian women on 90 Day Fiance.
Right.
So you would definitely classify that a lot of what goes on, or some of the stuff that goes on Teen Mom, is child abuse.
Well, I don't think I would say that. No.
Okay.
I mean,
Can I say it?
She
I don't think I
doesn't
would
like
ever make
him
a blanket
already.
statement like that. I think
Yeah.
a lot of the kids are fine.
Sure. Well, that's good.
I think there's been incidences. There's been arrests. There's been court proceedings that you can look to, but not all the moms. No, I mean.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Guys,
good.
this is unreal. All morning, people have been trying to hack into my Instagram and my Facebook, and I just keep getting.
Here we go.
Well, maybe don't badmouth the teen moms and people.
Nah, he said maybe don't buy my teen moms and they'll leave you the hell alone. Give me 1 second. I've got to grab a link because Miss V just asked me some questions. And give me a second. Y'all, I love y'all. Did he just literally say maybe don't F with the teen moms? Oh gosh, I'm on camera. Oopsie. That was an accident, but you know. Okay, I'm dropping links in Twitter DM for a couple people. And then let's listen. When was this interview? It was in May of 2020. Hey, Jovi's mom. Good to see you. Sassy, I'll keep it to myself. Hey, Leanne. How much money did she try to get from TMZ on the Amber audio? Of course she said none. Those were the days I'm guilty of loving their Teen Mom shows. These are the best. Used to get them from my pup. Jovi's mom said, I love this guy on the right. He reminds me of a smaller version of the garden. He is not a fan of KJ. And that makes two people now because we have a not a fan of KJ in the chat. Let's listen.
Won't try to hack your
Oh
shit.
my God.
You know what I mean?
Since we've been live, 4 just now. 5.
Y'all listen.
Insane.
Listen.
I've talked with people who, I mean, you have a great YouTube channel, you have a good amount of subscribers, but I haven't seen as much hate directed at a YouTube channel as I have towards yours, Katie.
I don't know. I don't think that's true. I think a lot of YouTubers have a lot of
She's like, oh, I don't know. Don't say that. How dare you say that? Now she would say it.
hate. I mean, look at what's going on. It happens to every canceling and trolling happens to all YouTubers. It doesn't just happen to me. I think, and I think it would be ridiculous for me to say like I'm the only one that this happens to.
Right.
You know, It's just part of the job.
Tell me about the Duggars.
Oh my God.
Because this is where I'm like intrigued.
Yeah, that's
I'm intrigued.
so obviously coming from Pathios, you know that on Pathios I did a lot.
He's like, tell me about the Duggars, and she's like, oh God. Did he tell her to call Maury yet? Because I thought that he said that pretty quick when she said 4 or 5. Someone needs to clue KJ in. If she was Pinocchio, she would have been busted to her ring light by now. Talking about putting her on the spot. I'm gonna rewind for a second because Cash had my attention. Yeah, y'all give me a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. Let's listen.
Well, maybe don't badmouth the teen moms and people won't try to hack your
Oh
shit.
my God.
You know what I mean?
Since we've been live, 4 just now. 5. This is insane.
Sam don't believe it.
I've talked with people who, I mean, you have a great YouTube channel, you have a good amount of subscribers, but I haven't seen as much hate directed at a YouTube channel as I have towards yours, Katie.
That pissed her off.
I don't know. I don't think that's true. I think a lot of YouTubers have a lot of hate. I mean, look at what's going on. It happens to every canceling and trolling happens to all YouTubers. It doesn't just happen to me. I think, and I think it would be ridiculous for me to say like I'm the only one that this happens to.
Right.
You know, it's just part of the job.
Tell me about the Duggars.
Oh my God.
Because this is where I'm like intrigued.
Yeah, I'm
intrigued.
So obviously coming from Pathios, you know that on Pathios.
Kath says she keeps refocusing the interview on her. She wants all attention, but she wants them to say what she wants them to say, and they're not saying what she wants them to say. Sam is my boo. He's my buddy, and she is not a fan of Sam. I bet I venture out to say I bet my next 3 super chats that Sam is blocked by Katie Joy. Let's listen.
I did a lot of stuff around cults.
Oh yeah.
And
Good work too.
Yeah, I did a lot of stuff.
Maybe I have to ask, favorite cult of all time.
Oh God. Well, first off, I wouldn't say favorite. You know what I mean? Like favorite
That's
implies.
okay. We're gonna let's not mince words here. Just pick a favorite cult. Nobody's gonna read into it. This isn't gonna end up in some federal court. Somebody reading this back to you in 25 years. Don't worry.
Shut up and answer your question.
Over the years, well, a few. Like, I was born in 1978, and I was born a week before Jonestown happened, and so.
Okay, here we go, y'all. I was born a week before Jonestown happened, and it was in my baby book and all of the current events news. Did y'all hear recently that she asked, did Jonestown happen in Africa? That is a fact. I saw it. I'm not lying. She said it. Let's listen.
Oh, I have always been intrigued with that Jonestown story, and I feel like
she doesn't know where it happened
in the newspaper from my baby book. Like, do you remember having baby books? And your mom
I still
might have clipped things and put it in your baby book.
Sure.
I didn't know she was going to mention her baby book here, but she did question did Jonestown happen in Africa.
I thought I was the only one that's just had a baby book full of Jim Jones memories.
I do, though, because I was born in 78 and I was born the same week that it happened. And so in my baby book, in the news, it's like Jonestown. And then there's this article about all these mass bodies, right? And I feel like that kind of, you know what I mean? Like,
sure, that makes an impression on you.
That makes an impression on you, right? And then, you know, I had a boyfriend that was a Jehovah's Witness.
But she never dated in high school, y'all. Except for them 19 guys in the pictures she found in the basement when she was cleaning it out.
And he was disfellowshipped when we were together. And I saw the very sad realities of what that cult does to people.
I think Katie was a loosey-goosey, y'all. That's just my opinion. I saw that cleaning out the basement, cleaning out my closet video where she showed 19 different dudes. And thank you, Susan, from Canada for $5.49 super sticker. Thank you. I'm gonna get me a coffee. Thanks, ma'am. She said her son didn't have a baby book but talked about African Jonestown. I'm rolling. Let's listen.
I watched him get lost. I watched him spiral. I watched him get in trouble with the law. I watched him just, it was really sad. And I watched his family completely abandon him and disown him and shun him.
Yeah.
And I think that being a part of that at such a young age, I dated him from the time I was 17 till the time I was 19.
Wow.
And I feel like that relationship.
And she's such a good person that when his family shunned him and her parents didn't offer him a place to live, apparently she dated him anyway so she could talk about cults later. My mom cut out the hospital announcement, didn't save the whole damn paper. Thank you, Tamara.
Really left a print on me because I felt like I could never really help him, and I always felt like responsible for him being shunned because he was dating me. He would have left.
Were you telling him to? Were you like trying to influence him to leave the church to quit the Jehovah's Witness gig?
No, they just can't date outside of the church, and that's grounds to be kicked out. You know what I mean?
And you just and you were like, come on, come over here. It'll be fun. We'll do naked stuff. You don't need to do that. That's weird, bizarre Jehovah stuff. Let's come over here. So you were just like, yeah, like you don't need to be in a cult anymore.
Well,
we'll just go do sexy teenager stuff.
First off, I didn't.
If Sam doesn't have his own channel by now, it's a damn shame. I am old. I was born close to D-Day and World War II, and I do not think my mom put that in my baby book. I don't know about. I did baby books for both of my kids. It asked the price of gas, the price of a pair of sneakers. My senior yearbook asked what was in the news. My baby book for my two children did not. And did they have baby books in 1978? Because I was born in 77 and my brothers were born in 67 and 69. I never saw a baby book back then. I call bullshit, actually. Let's listen.
I didn't know it was a cult. I didn't know about cults when I was 17. My mom was... Which
is, by the way, a cult leader's favorite thing to hear from a 17-year-old girl.
Yeah. Well, I grew up Catholic. And
never heard of a cult? What?
And so I had my own dealings with that stuff. But, my mom was always just like, well, that's a cult. And I was like...
Dragon Slayer said, why is having Jonestown in your baby book a flex? Exactly. Oh my gosh, baby books are for happy times, not sad. I do not think she did them. I was being sarcastic, sorry. Liz, I was born in 91, and in my baby box, my parents put newspaper clippings from the year. But that was a baby box. Was there baby books in 1978? Someone Google that. I can Google it when I hit play again. Let's hit play. Let's listen.
What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, and I think my mom had some concerns, but knew that I was like smart enough to know that what they were saying wasn't appropriate. And I never bought into it. I mean, his mom and dad were always trying to like pitch it to me. And
they were doing the hard sell, Katie?
Oh, yeah.
Well, can you give an example of the hard sell for the Jehovah's Witness? I'm intrigued.
It was more just like, what do you know about this? What do you know about Jehovah? What do you know about Armageddon? Like, are you prepared for Armageddon? Do you know that when Armageddon comes, you won't be saved? That kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I never really, I would just be like, you cute, like, I was 17, like,
sure,
18, and so,
she's trying to act innocent, like I was 17. Okay, I was wrong. Baby books they go way back, but if there was Little Red, I didn't have one. I didn't either. When I Google it, I get crazy dates like 1910. I don't know about all that. Are Jehovah's Witnesses a cult? According to KJ, they are. That's like putting Helter Skelter in your baby book. I was born in 59, and I had a baby book. That's amazing, Jane. Were you an only child or a firstborn? I was the third, so there were very few pictures of me. There were even less of my middle brother, because the middle one gets ignored. Let's listen.
I just would try to, like, I've always been very, like, my mom taught me to be respectful of adults and to always, like, when you go over to someone's house, like, make sure that you're, like, friendly and engaging and that kind of stuff. So I would always just try to, like, entertain it and just sit there, you know what I mean? And just, like,
oh, sure.
And not argue. And
that's really cool because I know growing up, my parents were always like, just when you go to people's houses, don't fucking engage with anybody.
So to answer Sam's question, my favorite cult would be
Yes.
the Moonies, because I was in London at 19 years old, and I had this woman chat me up on the street, invite me to the local coffee shop, which turned out to be a moon.
She's playing with her neck, Goozle, y'all. She's not liking Sam. In my opinion, I feel bad because each of my kids had less and less. That's just something that happened, Sherry. Like with my brothers, they were 2 years apart. They were born 8 and 10 years before me. So the first one had a lot more pictures than the second one. I'm not sure that my parents owned a camera worth a damn back then. But then I came 8 years after the baby. So I was kind of like a new baby, like a new family started. So there's more pictures of me than the middle. But Katie is a whole ass joke here. Let's listen.
Which turned out to be Moody Central.
Yeah. Oh,
So
the
it was-
Moody's. Yes, we talked about that.
Right.
Yes, I remember that. And then you have the landmark stuff. Remember, we were like
Oh,
engaging about the landmark
landmark!
stuff.
I had
Your
this girlfriend. I had this ex-girlfriend who was an est/the forum/landmark education.
Yes, and my
What-
friends got involved in it in college, and they went like, they started using this weird language. We did a podcast, and we were laughing about like the rackets.
The racket. What's your racket, man? Yeah, you can tell it was coming out of the early 70s. Like, what's your racket? And no, you can't urinate now in this seminar. You have to hold your urine in until the boss
Yeah.
tells you can pee.
You know I'll fuck
Nuts.
that rule up, Andy. You know I will not stand by those you can't pee rules. Do you remember my story last Friday on the show?
I remember. Yes, Sam. You would have to. I don't know. You'd have to wear double underpants, maybe.
Double underpants. Oh
double-
my God.
Katie's obviously not a regular viewer. It's fine. But what I was going to say, people
Well, I'm
forget
not.
about.
Listen, I've been around Andy enough to know his inappropriateness. I've also been like you're you know.
Yeah, she's fixing to say, I've been around Andy long enough that he can be inappropriate, but you better shut up, Sam. Give me 1 second. I'll get my charger. Because my phone's dying. Because it keeps ringing. Okay. Let's see, Sassy. I feel back for 2 of my 3 younger brothers. I was the first child, the first grandchild, the first niece. There are tons of albums of me, and the stacks get smaller. That's what happens, though.
Oh no, it's cool. I just wanted to
He's a
point out.
comedian.
That's what I'm told.
Yeah, well,
that's the word on the street.
that's his claim.
That's my claim. That's right. I believe I have some evidence to support that claim.
Although there are literally some blogs you write where I'm literally spitting out my coffee, like laughing so hard. Oh my God.
I'm glad to hear that.
I'm a fan of that idea, Diane. Let's go find Sam Slade and get him on my channel. I think that is a great idea.
Katie.
There was
most
one
of-
you did about Betsy. Remember with Betsy DeVois and
Oh,
her
Betsy.
yacht, her yacht.
Shakes. Oh, right. It was, it was. I did a couple of things about Betsy. One of them was
Oh, the yacht
yeah.
one had me dying. I was laughing
Yeah.
so hard. It was so funny.
How does this woman become the Secretary of Education? It just boggles. I know corruption. I know that. But it
If
just
only
boggles
there
my
was
brain.
if only there was some through line through this really seedy world of reality TV and how we got here as a country. I wish somehow we could have one of those big detective boards like Russ Cole, just with
Right.
all the yarn everywhere. If somehow we could figure out how we went from reality TV show and their manipulated situations. Oh, if I could just put it together, Andy.
Maybe there would be a straight line from the office of the presidency to the reality show. Maybe. But let's get back to the Duggars because Katie's done deep dives into the Duggars, and she knows more about them probably than anyone else I know, and I'm looking forward to hearing.
Well, I would venture to say that Suzanne knows a good amount about the Duggars.
This is
Yes.
true. Suzanne does know. She does know a lot.
Talking about
But so
Suzanne
what's your take? You
Dickemeyer.
talk about, you make a couple of videos, a lot of videos. I mean, where are you at on the Duggars these days?
Well, the Duggars and my Fundy content is probably the most viewed.
Really?
Yeah, of all of the stuff that I do.
I stalked them, and yeah, I stalked the Duggars, and I'm working on a lawsuit. I'm trying my best. Hey, 8 is enough. Welcome. Yes, it's Sam Slade. Let's go find him and get him on this channel. Let's listen.
People always say that like they like my content that's I don't even know, like they say that wherever I'm like passionate about something, they like that stuff the best. I've been sort of changing it up, just doing a little bit more lighthearted stuff to make people laugh, just because of everything that's been going on with COVID.
Yeah.
Did she make people laugh? I call bullshit. And Cash is in there barking. I guarantee you, I can almost guarantee that no one's here. If I'm wrong, but I promise he likes to bark.
But, you know, the Duggars are complex because I feel like you have a family that's been in the public eye for a very long time, and they have been telling us for years that, you know, this lifestyle that they lead is normal. You know, our kids don't look at electronics, we homeschool, you know, we are good Christians, we are against all of these things, you know, like they want to, it's like this push of the wholesome Christian values. Yeah. And listen, I have nothing against Christian values.
Liar.
But the problem is that they're involved with the Institute of Basic Life Principles. And the Institute of Basic Life Principles is designated as a cult. And it's run by Bill Gothard, who, well, it was ran and founded by Bill Gothard, who, you know, has a lot of allegations. 34 women came forward and said that he either sexually harassed or sexually assaulted.
I'm going to fast forward because blah, blah, blah.
Report sexual assault.
Damn effective cult, if I do say so myself.
I know that I've worked with people who are in recovery. I used to volunteer at a substance abuse helpline back in the day. And of course, you know, I'm in mental health.
Okay, I am too on the other side.
When you look at the statistics, I believe there's no evidence to show that AA works. Now, there might be anecdotal evidence that people do, you know, like it, and they may feel like it helps them, but overall, I don't think it works, and I don't think the evidence shows that it works.
Cult. Let's be honest. It's a sex cult the way the Branch Davidians were, the way Jonestown was. It's just another way for creepy old men to fuck young women and have a way. I'm sorry, does it sound... let me digress. Andy, let's just move this right along like Kermit and Fozzie Bear.
Should I be saying something Kermit-like? I think I should be saying something Kermit-like. So Katie, if you go back to at the very beginning of the stream, actually, I was talking about how I'm about to go in.
Y'all notice Katie never accused these guys of SA like she did Steve. A real housewife who is, we all know, Katie Bulldog. I'm not sure if she still is or if she's seen the light. Said, Katie has opened my eyes to the Duggars. It's insane the more I read about their cult. Just because they have religion and they're fundies doesn't necessarily mean they're a cult. But Katie's Katie. I can't stand her.
But to quarantine.
I'm worried for the guy, and I'm glad I'll be able to reach out to him.
Because as you probably remember, I work with people who have disabilities, and the house that I work at, someone's been exposed to COVID-19.
She's
so
pissed
I get to
now.
And until all the tests come in, I'm volunteering to go in for like days and days and days and days up until all the tests come back, which should be around Thursday next week, assuming everything comes back negative. So that's what I get to look forward to. Yay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know how bad it is that I had to talk to my ex-wife. That was the situation there. It's like, so I should tell you that I'm not going to be able to see the kids for about a week or so. Probably about a week, you know, hopefully.
Wow.
So that's my COVID story.
Your kids aren't freaking out, are they?
No, my kids are older. They're 18. She's 18 and 15. So they're both.
If his kids are 18 and 15, there's no need he speak to his ex-wife, in my opinion. She is totally pissed. She is pissed. Hey, Selena, welcome. I feel that this is business professional interview. Look at their dress and look at her dress. Like she just left the gym. Right? You know, it's Katie.
You know, and you have to downplay it, right? My kids don't want to.
She's also sad fishing right now, or pouting, or she looks peeved.
Anything I do on YouTube or any of my other shows, and so so you downplay it and you just say, hey, you know, this is just policy. Yeah, they're just closing down the house. No one at the house right now who lives there has it, so I just got to go in because it's company policy.
And I think you're going to be all right, man. I know it's a scary deal, but you know, you guys have it good up there, and you guys have a lot better than what we have.
Right. How have you been navigating the COVID? You know, Katie, let me just say that I hope everything is well with you and your family in this age of pandemic. That people are as healthy as they ever have been.
Yeah, we've been doing okay. I don't think I've left the house in like 2 weeks, to be honest.
Oh, really, huh?
She's pouting.
We've been in lockdown since before it was like even lockdown here because of my son.
Yeah.
And we're doing okay. I mean, my husband was laid off. That was the biggest. But
that was Little Red's fault.
We're fine.
That's good.
Yeah.
What part of the country are you guys in, Katie?
Midwest.
Midwest.
Yeah.
That's good.
Thanks, Little Red, for getting my husband fired, even though you didn't. Thanks.
Is it like the disputed lands or any specific state or?
The disputed lands. That's right. It's in that Bandito territory.
He asked her where she was from, and she said the Midwest because she's a biatch.
or in between like Montana and
We're
Canada.
in Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota, cool. I've got some friends up there.
I have
Nice.
people I'm sorry, you guys. I have people literally trying to hack into my IP.
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm like, I don't even know what to do. Like,
I am not a technical person. Anything that goes wrong. I mean, my girlfriend, new girlfriend, by the way, Katie. The last time that we the last time that we talked. No, I'm
you
still
were
going.
dating her.
I was dating her. That's right.
Yeah.
And things remarkably are still going exceptionally well, which I don't know how that happened. I haven't been able to figure out a way to
Please.
sabotage
You're a
it.
charming, sexy man. Stop it, Andrew.
So now I'm gonna blush. You can't make me
Good.
blush.
It's Friday, and you're about to go into quarantine. Get it all out. Enjoy your day.
Yeah.
Katie, have you thought about contacting the FBI or
I did.
Markovich?
Yeah.
You did.
did.
Well, tell us about. So how does that work? How did that work?
Well, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, I understand.
Or
I did.
Markovich?
You
Maury-
did. Well, tell us.
Yeah.
Have you
Maury
thought about
Povich?
contacting the FBI or
I did.
Markovich?
Yeah.
You did. Well,
did.
tell us
Yeah.
about. So how does that work? How did that work?
Well, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, I understand. Yeah, you can't do that. Maybe I'll do that.
I don't want to
You
talk
have
about
to tune in
anything
next
related to
Friday.
anything, if you know what I mean. Like, I just don't want to go there.
I know you didn't even want to tell us what state you live in.
Well,
There's just a lot going on, and I just want to keep my family safe right now. And
No,
I don't
totally.
want to, like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up right now. I'm pretty.
It's
Well,
okay. I feel like that too.
Sam feels like that because
Well,
he's having
Katie,
to talk to this witch.
you know, when I look at your videos and on your Instagram feed, right, my heart does go out to you in many times, because I know that you're doing the right thing. You're sticking up for people. You're challenging people, and in some small way, I try to do the same thing. Except, I don't get as much crap.
Remember Dale? He'd always be like, "You go and like, you guys are bear pokers. Like that's what you guys do for a living, and you expose things that people don't want to see, and you call things out, and you stand up for things." And I think when people are exposed or somebody's doing things that aren't okay or nefarious, and you speak up and you defend people, it obviously upsets people. And so, you get a lot of people that have.
Now she's being a martyr, y'all. Really, KJ? I remember people mentioning coronavirus in your chat back then, and you could not be bothered. I actually said, "What is corona?" and then acted like they were off their rocker. I remember that.
Like, not the best backgrounds, then coming out and saying, "Oh, you're a terrible person," or "Katie's doing this," or "Katie says this," and "Katie does that." And it's like, I've always tried to be fair. I always try to see if somebody is like, if there's another side of the story. And I feel like I've changed a lot too. I try to be more deliberate now when I look at things and more objective. But I think sometimes it's hard to be objective when it's very clear what's happening. But at the same time, as you rise, people want to then say you're a bad person, and you just have to kind of like remind yourself that it's just noise on the internet. Like, people can say they don't like me. That's fine.
Yep.
I don't care if people don't like me, like,
She's a liar. She does care. In my opinion, allegedly. Love the sarcasm, dude. Inside, he's saying she is a joke. Her nose just came through my phone screen and put me in the eye. I'm sorry, Diane. I hope your eye's better soon.
Like, I want to just make content, and I want to talk about the things that I'm passionate about. And, if I've upset people that I called out for being bad people or for doing bad things, sometimes I feel like when people are upset about their behavior, it's easier to point the finger at the person that called it out.
Sure. Oh, definitely.
Kind of like when Katie's upset with herself, but she calls out Emily D. Baker or Little Red Y'all or T by Alley. Maybe. Is it kind of the same thing? Kind of?
Get stories wrong. I always correct them. If I,
that's
make
a lie.
I will never say that, that happens all the time in print. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can't even tell you how many times I get someone in, like, that's why the New York Times has corrections. You know what I mean? Like, you have to correct things. And so when I've made mistakes,
I remember one.
What was that, Sam?
Oh, one summer I was interning at the Chicago Tribune, actually, in Chicago, when I lived up there. And it was such a fascinating experience, just seeing how a major newspaper operates like that. Because I remember one of our, I'd say like kind of, he wasn't a beloved old columnist or anything like that. He was kind of a new, kind of younger guy. He was from Kansas, and nobody really knew his background. Worked around story angles, but the thing was like anytime there was some big crime event in downtown Chicago, the guy would go missing, and we had no idea where he was. And then somehow, whatever bank robbery office, this reporter would show back up.
You can't send me the bill. You cannot send me the bill, Diane, unless you send me a super chat to pay the bill first because I'm poor. Let's listen. I love you.
Where the hell were you? You're a beat reporter on crime, and Superman comes down here to save everybody, and you're nowhere to be found. But here you are. I don't know. This is all very fishy.
You know, Sam, it's sad that it took me at least 20 seconds. It took me at least 20 seconds for me to realize what kind of shtick you were doing. And shame, eternal shame, nothing but shame on my part.
Well, I just want you to have a nice laugh before we go get locked down.
Katie
in
hates
HAL
Sam,
9000.
y'all.
You know, I feel like in the world we live in, the one thing they don't really teach you when you start becoming a blogger or a writer is this is a ruthless industry.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have agendas, and
I love you too, Jessica Eldridge. Thank you very much. Thank you.
a lot of people want what you have, or they want to, I've always believed, and this is what I've loved. This is what I loved about Pathios, and this is the one piece that I miss about Pathios, is that I really felt like as a group, everyone supported everyone.
Yeah.
And that nobody was vindictive. Nobody wanted to take somebody else's blog down. Nobody wanted to hurt anyone else's business. Everyone wanted to support everyone because everyone knew as a collective we grew together.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've taken those relationships. Like I'm obviously still friends with you, and I'm still friends with Suzanne, and a lot of people that were.
I've taken those relationships and burned them straight to the ground,
have
y'all.
come with me, and they still follow me, and they've changed their focus, and now they source me for my reality TV stuff.
Sure.
But I feel like sometimes you forget that, like, even though there's people out there that want to say you're one thing, they don't know all of the people that you have in your life that are like,
You got to know all the people.
right. Like they don't know all of the people that you work with. They don't know all of the relationships that you have. They don't know, like,
A lot of relationships.
exactly. This is a relationship building business, and
It is.
you can't put out stories or be successful if you aren't.
She did it wrong,
ethical
y'all. This
or
is a relationship
willing to
building
work with people or willing
business.
to find a place where
That's
you can
what
work
she
together.
thought last year until she learned that she doesn't do it. Aaron O'Kelly, I did this booger free. I guess she left him on the blanket. I love y'all. Let's listen. We're about to end it.
My
And
problem,
Lord knows if you're doing the right thing, you will always get ahead no matter what.
yes, it's just ignoring the noise that can be challenging. But
Yeah.
Right. And I love you too, Paul. And I have to say that, people need to figure out that they'll never get anywhere, especially in this country, doing the wrong thing. And we've seen that over and over.
Yeah.
Doing the wrong thing will never pay off.
yeah,
Sam, you're a bad guy, Sam. That's what you are.
Well, it might be the last time I get to see
I
I
you
feel
for
like
2
I
weeks,
want to
Andy.
have
Jesus.
Andy and Sam on my channel.
Okay.
Whoa!
I
You're
can
gonna have to talk to me after I get out of quarantine, to tell you the truth.
I can help you guys.
I told you the show would pay off, Andy. I told you. You didn't believe me.
Well, Sam, I just don't get enough negative comments in my internets, and so.
Well,
I'm
but
supposed to do
I-
one with Suzanne too. I'm like, I always talk to Suzanne. So Suzanne and I are always collaborating about the Duggars, and she has
That's
so
great.
much.
No, actually, she's always asking Suzanne for tips on the Duggars, and then she doesn't give her credit. Let's be honest.
Knowledge because she was in that world, right?
Yes, Suzanne, and I always butcher her name, Tetmeyer. I don't know. She's a blogger.
Tiki Meyer, I think.
Yes,
yes.
yeah. Brilliant woman, and she was part of the life for a
16
while.
years. 16 years.
Yeah, and
And
really,
they basically took advantage of her when her daughter had cancer, and that's how she got sucked in.
yeah,
And that's how these work,
Yeah.
And I feel like she's doing everything now with the right world. And I feel like if anyone can commiserate with the kind of crap I go through, it's her.
Yeah.
Because she gets it from everyone. Because these cults hate whistleblowers.
Oh, they do. They hate them because cults try to find people who they can manipulate and take advantage of. And
Yeah.
when someone says, "Oh, that's not for me. I can't do this anymore," oh, it's ugly. It's totally
Yeah.
ugly.
It's like the casting office at MTV.
All right, we're closing in on an hour. As you could probably all guess, I got stuff I got to do before I go into work today.
I am so sorry.
And
Hey.
you know what, Katie? It's always a pleasure talking to you.
He lied.
Like I said, like the world has changed. It seems like 10 years since the last time we talked.
But it wasn't.
It wasn't.
And I feel like I'm always talking about you. I always give you shout outs. Like, I love Andy.
She just said,
I
I always
say
give you
things.
shout outs. Blah, blah.
You are you're sassy.
Sam is sassy. No, that's why he's the co-host. I have to
Sunshine mixed with a little lightning.
that's what this is.
That's
could
what
be-
Sam is.
That's what he is. Yes.
Maybe he's more like
Come out. I've got to rewind that because did she just point her?
cloudy sky, little lightning. Andy.
The world has changed. It seems like 10 years since the last time we talked.
But it wasn't.
It wasn't.
And I feel like I'm always talking about you. I always give you shout outs. Like, I love Andy.
I do the same thing.
You're sassy.
Sam is sassy. No, that's why he's the co-host. I have
Sunshine mixed with a little lightning.
That's what this is.
That's what Sam is.
That's what he is. Yes.
Maybe he's more like cloudy skies mixed with a little lightning.
That means
so.
she doesn't
Katie,
like
for those people who aren't acquainted with your work, where can they find you online?
Without a Crystal Ball on YouTube. So youtube.com/Without a Crystal Ball. And then I have Instagram, which is Without a Crystal Ball on Instagram. And then I have my Facebook, Without a Crystal Ball. I've yet to get my website set up. I'm going to finally get that set up at some point. I'm looking to find some people that can help with that.
Yep.
And we'll figure that out later. But yeah, YouTube is
Instagram and my Facebook page too.
And then I'm just at the Sam Slade across most social media. And Jesse Bear, we don't care for name calling here, ma'am.
Here we
Thank
go.
you. We don't care for that kind of talk.
Very good. Thanks for everyone for watching and for commenting.
Jesse is my moderator and one of my closest friends.
Is she?
Well,
that's fantastic.
We don't welcome that kind of attitude around here. Katie, it was so nice to meet you and get to know you this morning. We hope to have you back on. We'd love to do your show. Andrew, hang in there, buddy. And you know I'm only a text message or a video call away.
Well, I will keep that in mind, sir. Thank you. And Katie, once again, thanks for coming on. It's great.
Yeah.
As always, right?
Thanks, guys.
All right. I'm going to
See you next week.
Woo woo. Hey, y'all. He called Jesse Bear out and said, we don't appreciate you here. Hopefully he's in Florida. Road trip. All right, y'all. We've been here not almost 2 hours, but over an hour and a half. This has been a good stream. I had fun. Sam shot Zach his next joke soon. I hope he will be here. What did Jesse do? She said something in the chat that he was not a fan of. I couldn't find it. Hold up. Let me see if I can find it. I'm a Snapple bottle of random facts about the Quiverful cult. They call it that because a huge part of their ideals is to have as many kids as possible. Like an archer with a full quiver. So gross. What else did she say? It's amazing she got out, honestly. And Katie almost didn't even say anything, but she was like, I've got to. So, where is Jessie Bear these days? She's around. I don't think she flew the coop. I think she's still there. I love y'all. I've had a great time tonight. I had so much fun. Sassy Sam. Let's go find Sassy Sam and see if he'll come talk. Diane's going to go find him for me. I'll work on that too. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a great Monday. And I love you all. Thank you for coming. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. No, we haven't met Real Housewife. She's a Katie Joy person. Dane's Addiction, Cass, Sybil, Tamara, Cass, everyone, thank you for being here. I love you.